Hey everybody, what's going on? Today we're going to be talking about what could be the most unnecessary remake should have been sequel ever, Flatliners. A medical student obsessed with something that happened in the past tries to tap into what may happen when a person dies. After bringing in 4 of her fellow classmates, they all soon discover that they may have disturbed something more sinister. Or at least that's what the movie wants you to believe. Let's see, where to begin with this review? Oh yeah, this movie's pointless. There are a ton of reasons why I say this, but here are a few of the reasons. First of all, this movie takes similar plot points from the first movie, flips them around, and calls itself original. Next, it introduces a plot device about flatlining making your brain work beyond its potential, but then abandons it. One gripe out of many that I have is, if this makes you smarter as a doctor, how come they weren't better at bringing people out from flatlining? Next, it tries to trick the audience that the problem was supernatural, and then loads up the movie with tons of PG-13 scares. The original may have teased it a bit, but honestly it focused more on the mental aspect of everything. They tried to approach everything scientifically and that really worked, where in this one they kind of tease it but fail miserably. The filmmakers felt they had to have a reason why Ellen Page's character would want to do the experiments in the first place, and it felt forced. In the original, it was just for science. You don't really have to have a reason other than curiosity. Did I mention this movie is pointless? Now let's talk about the end game of both movies. The original was kind of cheesy, but the strength of the actors and the style of the movie actually made it work. Now for this one, for the most part, pending a few scenes here and there, the performances in this one are really deadpan. Look, there's times you can tell they're trying, but there's no real emotional connection to the characters, so you really just don't care. Like I said, there's tons of other reasons not to like this, but here is my main one. This could have actually been something. A while back, Kiefer Sutherland did an interview and he talked about how he was going to be reprising his character from the first movie in this one, and it was going to be a sequel. When you do see this, you find out he's playing a completely different character, and there is no mention of him or the first movie at all. It boils down to this: him being in this movie is pretty much just a glorified cameo. While I can't prove it, I think the original plan for this movie was to have Ellen Page's character find his research and approach him about it. This gives her a reason to be at the school that he teaches at. Her approaching him about it might have piqued his interest as a scientist again, despite what he went through the first time. By doing it that way, you could have kept the reason why she had her interest in doing the experiment, except for just her coming up with it. Did Sony just fear a sequel? Did they just change their plans? I don't know, but Kiefer, you're better than this. Just watch the original. I can't give any reason why I would recommend this one over the original. Despite the original's flaws, it still had a great cast, a fantastic style, and it was just interesting to watch. This remake is just boring and would have you asking for your money back if you watched it free on Netflix. Basically what I'm trying to say is Flatliners is dead on arrival. As always, thank you so much for watching. What did you think of the remake of Flatliners? Feel free to comment on down in the section below. But remember, it's only just one guy's opinion. I'm Gino Reynolds from The Real Gino. Till next time.